Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Today we're going to talk about how we can show higher premiums to generate more revenue for you and to give your client a better cushion for prices increasing. Years and years ago, when I first started, we used to sell premiums for $4,000, $5,000 to $6,000, and that's basically all people needed. Today we're selling them for $9,000, $10,000, and $11,000, and it depends on the area that you live in. It could cost more to be buried. Let's say if you're in California or you're in a very high rent area, it's going to cost more. So let's talk about premiums. Number one, what I've seen over the years is that a lot of agents are afraid to show higher premiums for numerous reasons. Reason number one, they're not confident in saying this will cost $92. Another reason is they say, Joe, I don't want to sell a higher premium because if I get a chargeback, I'm going to get hit a whole lot harder. And the last one is no guts. No guts. Now, being face to face with somebody and being on the phone with somebody, showing premiums, some agents say, Joe, it's the exact same. It means nothing to me. I got no problem showing higher premiums. And some agents are just actually, it's not that they're scared to, it's that they've really never done it before, and then they become a little bit scared because they're afraid the person's going to say no. Now, that's all they're going to do is say no. They're not going to kick you out of the house. They're not going to hang up the phone. You need to kind of preface it and say, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over some different programs with you, and there may be some that may be a little bit higher than what you want to spend. Yet my job is to go over with you the programs that are available in your area. From there, you pick out the one that's best for you. So you kind of giving them a heads up, I'm coming out with something strong, coming up with some higher premiums. If you can't afford it, it's okay. We got to work around your budget. So it's not as if you're blindsiding them. Now, number one, number two, number three. If you do not show a higher premium, the people cannot buy a higher premium. Years and years ago, I went to a house and I was in the same situation as I just described. I was petrified to show something too high. But the too high was something in my mind, not in the client's mind. I was taught years ago, 4, 5, and 6,000 face, no more than 35, and don't push 40 in premium because it just doesn't work. So when you're trained that way and you're taught that way, that's all you know. Went to a lady's house, pulled out my little pad. I showed her one for 4, one for 5, and one for 6. She wanted to buy, she had the money to buy. She gave me every single buying signal one could ever receive. She even punched me in the face and said, Joe, get the application out, I want to sign it. A 4, a 5, and a 6 I showed her. She tells me, nah, I want to think about it. I said, think about it. So I put on my big boy pants, I got some guts, and I asked her, what is there to think about? You told me you wanted to buy something. I showed you a 4 and a 5 and a 6. She says, I wanted one for 10, and you didn't show it to me. Talk about getting hit in the face. I said, ma'am, I apologize. I didn't sit and say I didn't think you could afford it. I didn't think you wanted it. I said, I apologize. I said, we've always been told to show what I showed you. I apologize. Showed one for 10. Fortunately, she must have liked me, and she bought it from me. Most of the time, they won't even give you the answer, and you walk out and you think you did a bad job. So here's my thoughts. I was taught years ago to show 3 face amounts, 3 premiums, 3 programs. That's it. That's all you need. A high, a medium, and a low. Okay? Through years and years of doing this here, I decided I want to start showing more premiums. And the reason I want to show more premiums is that I want to give people options. I show 5. Now, do I show 5 every single time? No. Okay? A lot of it has to do with the person that you're with. So I'm going to take a soft step backwards, and sometimes people say, how much will 10,000 cost? If you're on the phone, I'm going to recommend you tell the person, please take out a pen and paper, and I'm going to give you some different ideas for us to talk about. When they say how much is 1 for 10, I'm going to show them on the phone a 15,000 will cost you 72, a 12,000 will cost you 61, and a 10,000 will cost you 49.88. So you can show them that on the phone by them writing it down. If I'm in front of the client and they ask me that exact same question, I'm going to bring out my little paper. I'm going to write down 1 for 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. And the reason I do that is because they want to know what the 1 for 10 is, yet I want them to see that from 10 to 12 is maybe $8, $10, depends on their age, smoker, non-smoker, what the difference is. Because believe it or not, when you show one from 10 to 12 to 15, 17 to 20, the gaps in premiums are a lot smaller. A lot of agents like showing a 5, 10, 15, or a 10, 15, and 20. 10 to 15, the gap is too big. So to get them to make that heroic jump from the 10 to the 15 is sometimes a little bit too much for them, so they'll settle for the 10. So I decided, let me kind of show one in between the 10, 15, and the 20, and what it does, it makes it a little bit easier for them to chew on it and for them to think about it. If you're with them on the phone or you're with them in person, let's sit and say the difference between the 10 and the 15, you're showing them a 12, okay? The 10 to 15, let's say it's $9 difference, okay? Which is going to be more. I like saying it's only going to be an additional $3 a day. $9 divided by 30 is $3 a day. When you're looking at somebody and you're going from a 47 to a 51, get that $4 difference divided by 30 and say it's probably about 33 cents a day to pick you up an additional 2,000 more of coverage due to the price of everything going up, and to make sure your children have a little bit of extra money to pay for the unforeseen things that are coming up. Now, let's talk about showing a lower premium and showing a higher premium when it comes to a chargeback. In this form, Jay's going to send to everybody. Everybody wants to show something that they feel the client would want to buy. In actuality, you really don't know what they can actually afford, because most of the time they're telling you, Joe, I can't afford that much. I'm on a budget. I don't know if I can start it. So what they're doing is that they're punching you in the face and knocking you down, because you walked in, I'm going to show these high premiums, you get a left, you get a right, you get a slug in the stomach, you get kicked in the knees. So now the $60 premium went to 40, it went to 45, now you're probably at $38 because they're telling you they can't afford it. And yet, you're not even looking at their checking account. You got no idea how much money they have. Because you got to understand, you cannot judge a book by the cover. When you go into a home, you go into their home, whatever type of home they have, look at it as a business venture you're going into. Review the surroundings, understand the surroundings, yet when it comes to pricing, show them a high one, a next one, show them 5 of them. Because the lady example I gave you earlier, I found out after she lives with her boyfriend. I found out after she pays no bills. I found out after she has no car. So all the money she had coming in was for her to spend. Did I do my homework properly? Nope. I messed up. I was a rookie. Everybody's a rookie. Everybody starts off as an amateur, and you learn and you get better as time goes on. Now, chargebacks. Nobody likes chargebacks. So, let's look over here on this little paper that Jay's going to send everybody. And I've got over here, if you buy 80 leads a month, and you're a 25% closer, I'm just going to give you the bottom line. I even factored in 50% chargebacks. If you do somebody a $40 premium, because that's your comfort zone, only want to do 40 a month, you're going to generate $8,200 in annualized premiums. $8,200 if you're a 25% closer getting 80 leads. Now, is that good money? Yeah, that's not bad money. Yet, what about if I show you a way to where you can make more money doing the exact same thing by just showing higher premiums to give them the opportunity to go, I want that one, instead of saying, I want that one. Same scenario. Let's say you bump your premiums from 40 to 65. The 8,200 just went to 13,000 in annualized premiums. The difference is $5,000 a month more from going from $40 to 65. That's even factoring in 15% chargeback. So do the commission you have, factor that extra $5,000. Okay? Now, when it comes to a chargeback, Joe, the chargeback is going to be harder. Well, chargebacks are hard no matter if you charge $1 a month or you charge $75 a month. A chargeback is a chargeback. So we have to learn how to become smarter delivery, closing, the I love yous, delivering the policy to where they feel safe that they made a great decision to keep it to where you don't get a chargeback. Yet, if you do a $40 policy and you get a chargeback, you're going to get hit. $65 policy, you're going to get a chargeback, you're going to be hit. But let me tell you, $5,000 more on a $65 premium compared to a $40, I got no problem with a chargeback. Figure if you get 2 chargebacks, and you get hit with $1,500 in chargebacks, you're still ahead of the game $3,500. 5,000 extra, 1,500 chargebacks, still ahead of the game by $3,500. So a chargeback is part of our game. You gotta factor that in to the money you have saved, the money you have put away for your everyday expenses. Showing higher premiums will allow you to have people buy higher premiums. If you don't show them because you're afraid of what they're going to say, you're always going to be right around here. So my recommendation is for you guys is to try a higher premium. Joe, I got payments I got to make. I'm just kind of happy with what I'm doing. If that's your situation, I understand. Yet for the more aggressive agent who wants to make more money, the agent who's got more guts, okay? Not that the $40 guy doesn't have guts. The guy that wants to show the higher premiums, what he's doing, he's taking a steep leap of faith to where he's trying to do something better. Think about this. What if you were to make presentations every day? Not if, when you make presentations every day. What if you were to sit and say, after my first sale I make today, I'm going to feel I got one in my briefcase. You got one sale in your briefcase. The next couple presentations I make, I'm going to show the higher premiums, as Joe said. Instead of showing the little ones that are here, I'm going to try to show 5. I'm going to show the higher face amounts and just see what happens. Believe it or not, even if you end up selling the lower premium, if you keep your lowest premium at $50, you're still making $10 more per sale by just making your base premium $50. When you show one for $50, $65, $75, $95, and $100, when they look at that $100 premium and they see that one on the bottom for $50, it looks like they're getting the bargain basement discount deal of all time. It's only $50 compared to $100. So showing a higher premium justifies them spending the $50 because they're buying the cheapest one available, yet you're still making money, and they feel they're not spending that high amount. Try it. You've got nothing to lose. If you get a chargeback, part of the game. Yet, if you get too many chargebacks, we need to sit and talk one-to-one on the phone to find out exactly where you need help at. If you don't show higher premiums, people don't buy. I'm going to end it with that there. Okay, guys, make it a great Monday. Have a great week. Heather says she's already gotten a call this morning from her call last week on people wanting to get back and doing direct mail leads. Give her a call. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Be safe out there. Drive careful. If you have any questions, give us a call. And if you're in the home with a client, you need help, give Jay or Heather a call. Get me on the phone, and we'll help you place your business. Be safe, guys. Bye-bye.